Brave New World, 1984, Animal Farm, right? What are these? These are stories about dystopian future, right? And how have the government betrayed its people and how the government are controlling its people, right? At the end of the day, we gotta ask yourself: is the enemy the government? Are they doing any good for us? Do we have to rely on government? Are they providing security? Because at the moment you trade in your freedom for security, you become enslaved to the government, right? In the book 1984, English Socialism, INSOC, they're enslaving their people. And the people are willingly trading their freedom for security, right? All these stuff that goes around in the world right now, right, are causes by the government. It's all about control. The government cannot save you. You have to save yourself. All these, at the end of the day, what? Everybody, right? Everybody want the same thing. We want peace. We want prosperity. We want to enrich ourselves. We want safety, right? We want a good future. We don't want violence. We don't want harm, right? We don't want negative. We don't want evil, right? All at the end of the day, we all wanted the same thing. We have an intrinsic value that we all wanted the same thing in life, right? We don't want to be harmed. We don't want to be killed. We don't want to do all these negative things, right? We don't want that. Now, what the government did is they created a subdivision, right? They subdivision like racism, gun violence, right? Sex, all these negative things just to divide us. These are just subcategory to divide us. What in reality is that we need to unite ourselves to battle all these evil things in the world. Not only that, it comes to an individual responsibility as well. You have to protect yourself. All these changes, this government promoting all these changes, government cannot change anything. Government cannot provide any safety. Government cannot provide anything that help you. They can't help you. You got to help yourself. You got to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that, will the government help me with this? And tell yourself, no. The government cannot help you. All the government do is divide, causing all these strife in communities, right? Strife within each communities and tell them the reason is this, because this, and this. Dividing people even more. Creating all these strife within communities. Right? That's all they do. They do this to get votes. To get power over you. Dominion over you. Right? Changes start within yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. You're the only one that could change things. You're the only one that could stop yourself from being lazy. You're the only one to stop yourself from being unsmart, uneducated. You're the only one. You have the drive to learn better, to do better in life. Your laziness, your slouch, your greed, your gluttony, these are among the sins that's preventing you from achieving. If you would let go all these sins for things, you would achieve more things in life. If you would have recognized these bad things, bad behavior, bad trait, bad ethics, right? If you would recognize this, you would change your ways and not do it and pursue a better path. If you know you can't read, what should you do? You should read more books and better yourself. A teacher can only teach so much, right? Are you willing to learn more, right? A teacher can only give you the resources and you have to read it. They can't force you to read it. You can take a horse to a lake and tell him to drink, but you can't force it to drink it. You have to force yourself to drink it. You have to tell yourself that I know I can't read. I know my comprehension level are weak, right? But I need to dominate this. I need to overcome my downfall. I need to overcome all these negative things, right? It comes to a point where they have to recognize their weakness and flaws. It's not the government. Well, the government is a main contributor to all these stuff too. They create all these divisions. But at the end of the day, you have to control yourself. You have to tell yourself that you don't need the government. Right? You have to be more more independent on yourself. Achieve more goal to get a better future. And that's what people are not understanding. People IQ level are so low right now. They're drinking all this fluoride in the water. Not opening up their minds and not realizing, not waking up, being sheep, still asleep in this world where the government's telling you to sleep, 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 sleep. You need to wake up. You need to understand that you are the only one that could save yourself from being a victim. Right? Tell yourself you're not a victim. You're not a victim. If you could save yourself, you're not a victim. If you understand what's going on right now, you're not a victim. Because a victim depends on the government. Start with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Tell you what is in the way. What is your obstacle? Right? We live in an age of information. The information is right in the palm of your hand. You can search it up. Like, why? How to read better. How to do math better. How to learn algebra. How to learn calculus. Right? It's right in the tip of your finger. You just type it out. It'll teach you how to do it. It's just you. Whether you're willing to do it. You need to put the best foot forward and start somewhere. Change does not start immediately. Change has to start from the beginning. The government can't change for you. The government cannot help you. You have to help yourself. If not, you're going to lose all your freedom depending on the government. Oh, the government, please give me security. I don't want freedom. I don't want my rights. Here you go, take it. Next thing you know, you'll be enslaved. Like the book 1984 and Brave New World and all that stuff. That Huxley book, George Orwell book, right? And I'm not even sure they still assign that in reading class, in literature, in English class. Fahrenheit 451, they assigned this book for a reason for you to read, and you have to read it for a reason. It'll build up your critical thinking skills. You'll be able to analyze things. That's why they assign these readings to make you analyze things. You have to learn how to analyze things. When you analyze, you basically can think for yourself. Now they're not even assigning this book. I'm not even sure. I hadn't been in a high school classroom for a while, so I'm not even sure they still assign this book for people to read. And students in inner city, their reading comprehension is very low. Look at Chicago, LA, Baltimore, all these urban cities, New York. What are their reading comprehensions? And you need to understand what you're reading as well. You can read words, but if you don't understand the words, you don't understand what it means, what's the point of reading it? Right? And these public schools are sabotaging the kids' future by the teachers not even trying to teach them to read. I'm not saying all teachers is bad, but there's a large majority of them are going there to teach for a paycheck, right? Look at the teachers union, right? Why is it called teachers union? Why it isn't called a teachers and student union, right? Because the teachers are only looking out for themselves, right? They know teaching is not a lucrative career, but they go in there anyway. It makes no sense. You are the only one that's preventing yourself from achieving greatness in life. If it doesn't start from you, then where does it start? It gotta start from somewhere. Take a look in the mirror, like that Michael Jackson song. You know, it's like I'm seeing way too many people out there falling through the cracks, not bettering themselves in life. You can pick a book and read. Try to read as much book as you can, because pretty soon books are gonna disappear. Right? They're digitizing all the books, and next thing you know, they're gonna ban books that they don't want you to read. They either ban books or they're gonna change word in books, change definition. That's what we're going through right now. They're changing definition, right? In the dictionary, they're changing definitions. It used to mean one thing, now it means another thing. It's all inversion right now. The government are promoting inversion in society right now. But all stem down to yourself. Do not depend on the government to save you. They're not here to save you. They're here to control you. They're here to make you docile. They're here to prevent you from having a future. They're here from preventing you to have a life. They're a big control mechanism. Control people what to see, control people what to hear, control people what to say, control people what to read. Distracting people right? Telling race is the reason why you're in a situation like that. Not realizing people don't be realizing that racism is a big distraction from yourself. Other people don't care what your race are. They don't care what your life is. They don't care what you have. They don't care what you drive. There's no point of impressing other people. You have to impress yourself. And people are not getting that. You cannot rely on society. You have to rely on yourself to become better. Have the confidence to make changes in yourself. Not changes of the world. Change yourself first. Change yourself first. Put your house in order. Then you may branch out to other things. But if your life is not in order, you can't change the world. And that's what they don't understand, that these government, these entities, right? These corporations are they basically in cahoots with each other, try to tell you what to do, how to think, try to steer the course of society, tell you what to wear, tell what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. Tell if you don't think this way, you are a bigot. If you think this way, you are a racist. If you don't think like this, you're not with us. If you're not with us, you're against us. Like, I don't care who you with. I'm not with nobody. I'm by myself. I'm with myself, right? Telling you have to join this party, or else you're with the other party. Don't join any party. Don't be loyal to any party. These parties are not loyal to you. Why are you loyal to these parties, right? These left and right paradigm that we're living in. You need to shift the paradigm yourself. If the paradigm won't shift, you have to shift, right? Try to use Hegelian dialectic to manipulate people, to brainwash you, to make you think and how to think, telling what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. You have to tell yourself what is acceptable to you. If you're not willing to compromise it, to accept it, stand up for it. Protesting for the government. What do protesting the government have? Protesting the government's not going to listen to you. They never listen to the people. They never give what people wanted. They always been taking rights away from the people. Day after day, year after year, hour after hour, they've been trying taking your rights away from you. Your God-given rights. Tell you not to breathe. Tell you not to emit CO2 when you're breathing. You know, when you're breathing, you emit CO2. Telling you that you are the problem. By emitting CO2, you are the problem. Telling you can save the earth. First of all, the earth don't need saving. The earth been here for what? Billions of years, way before us. The earth was here before us and it's going to be here after us. Let me say that. It don't need saving. Telling we have to save the earth. They use all these distraction tactics, the scare tactics, to control you. It's all control mechanism, right? Racism, global warming, right? Sexism, murders, killers, shootings. It's all subdivision of control, of division, right? When in actuality, it's yourself, your drive, your endurance, your motivation, your inspiration. These are things that motivates you to do better in life. What you want, your goals. Protect yourself, self-protection, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to try to take that away from you. Right? Don't be a victim of this dystopian nightmare. They wrote the books to tell you, right? They wrote their books, and you should learn from it. They basically telling you what they're going to do. You just need to learn it. And people are not willing to do that. They're sheep. They're still asleep. Wake up. People need to wake up to what we're going through right now. They tried to take away your financial freedom by introducing CBDC, which is enslavement. It has the ability to expire. It took your ability to save money, right? They're bringing the dystopian future to you right now. The dystopia is not a utopia. And that's what people need to understand. That yeah, they're working against us right now. And you need either to prepare to get yourself in better shape, spiritually, financially, mentally, physically. All the cliche thing they've been saying. You need to put yourself in a better position in life. On that note, guys, let me know what you think. Do you agree or disagree? Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll come back with another episode. Thank you for watching.